in to the
Let's
land
go.
of Dawn.
Ay, naku,
I want to
ito
see
na
how
naman.
this magic damage is going to be applied.
Ano
Both
mangyayari
sides
ngayon?
have interesting ways of applying it, but Vitality, they need to accelerate, they need to close the game off with a
Sino lamang
snowball.
sa
I don't
line-up,
see any other way. And LaFell broke it down
Sino
real
lamang
nicely.
sa line-up?
Their scaling isn't
Comment
as
down
good,
below.
but at the same time, it's all magic from
Oh,
Navi.
inagaw.
I agree. I mean, they do have the Hanzo, right? So if they
Oh,
do make it to the late game,
naghanso.
yes, scaling is on their side, but also they'll
Naghanso.
also have much more to play with, not just pure Harry Potter. Is that
Parang
what you
hirap
called it?
ng
Harry
Hanzo
Potter,
na yun.
Harry Potter draft. All right, Bargain Hunter on both mid and gold. Rain and Rian again.
Paano mo
Even though they're
papaganahin
scaling, they
si
want to try to
Hanzo?
make it a bit quicker. You know, trying to get those very pricey items quick. But you
Kaya,
got to be very, very careful.
pangit
Because you
din
go
ng-
for that, now you're losing a little bit of that combat
pangit din
stats.
ng
Those
roam
combat
nila.
stats that you would usually have.
Parang di ko
Yeah,
yung
especially in
gato.
the laning phase as well, right? I feel like if any big mistakes do happen, naturally, I think that Navi is going to either lean into it, and the same can be
Mahirap
said
yan,
about
ah.
Vitality as well. They do have some early vision thanks to these abyssal traps, but at the same time, you never really know. Where is Cine going to come from? Where is she going to attack? And if Rain is going to specifically get hit by an abyssal arrow.
Kaya ba yan?
Chow on the lane
Kaya
against
yan.
Rian.
Tiwala
Oh,
lang.
she actually takes it.
Oh.
The BMI. Vivo's gonna walk up now,
Naku.
trying to go for the damage. Oh,
Naku.
Purify out the
Oh.
fracture as well. Vivo's gonna get taken very low.
Uy,
No punish
sayang
right
yun.
now. It's just the Purify out. A bait on the battle spell.
And now,
Naku.
secondary attack City
Selena.
looking for an angle on the
Ang galing
opposite side.
Selena.
The abyssal arrow does not
Nice
connect,
one.
but they're holding each other
Nice
hostage
one.
here, and yet nobody wants to truly fully commit.
Safe
Oh,
lang,
that could have been
safety
really
lang.
good. They already got the Purify
Safety
out,
lang ni
but
Lude.
Rian's a bit too aware for that.
Safety
Knows that
lang.
this mid lane's been missing for a bit too long, and that means it's full prio for Navi. Rain and Keishi on the turtle already. Now as Vitality try to look for an entrance into this turtle pit.
And look at Mirai, ever vigilant, making sure that this Nolan has to go hard. Fumiko not at level 4 as they're about to begin this fight.
Great taunt right now as Keishi jumps in with the Pinnacle Ninja. It's gonna be the all-in. Vivo goes in, and
Ang
Fumieko's
hirap
gonna take it as
talaga.
Vivo gets away. AOG ready as
Kaya?
escape, but
Nice!
Nami picks up first blood.
Nakapitos?
So it's a turtle
Wala, hindi
traded
na
for a
kaya.
kill, and both XPs are the
Ayun
ones
lang.
on the board. That's a
Ayun
good taunt
lang.
right now onto Fumieko.
Kaya mo yun,
Mobilization
te.
as well that forces the throne
Kaya
of ruin.
dyan.
It's already out
No.
now. Ooh,
Wala.
City unfortunately does not connect with the abyssal arrow as they go back to neutral states. Really
hirap
surprised that
nun,
out of everybody, it was Fumiko who actually gets it, and now a dive on the bottom side.
A cancel
Tiwala.
straight up on the Blazing Duet. Not going to be a
Kaya
kill
yan.
Cine, just a bit of poke onto Mirai, and we're back to level. But Navi are in the lead for now.
Tiwala.
Look at
Tiwala
Vivo.
lang kasi.
Spawns up, goes straight, booking it into enemy purple buff. That's Grant that purple.
Oh,
Leo.
wow.
Oh yeah, they've gotten it. They've gotten it
Nagawa.
successfully. They've got the stars for it. As not to mention, they go back to where they need to be. And I love this from the side of Vitality. They are making sure they are covering and not wasting too much time taking camps that they don't need to. They gotta be proactive because that's what their composition needs to do.
So now it's back to the slow game.
Ay.
Keishi just trying to read out Cine. Has a good read on her. But remember, damage. Oh my god, Cine gets an abyssal arrow on Rain. Forces the flicker. And it's also an aggressive flicker from Cine. My god.
Honestly, was pretty close. I think, you know, if that second half of the leap connected in a single auto attack, I think that should have been more than enough. But still, they still get it again. They've got the battle spells, and with that 100-second cooldown, they can look to maybe try and connect another arrow, ideally. But even for looking at the other people who actually needs that snowball, Vival in particular has yet to find that one kill to accelerate her in this game.
Oh, no.
Good take by
Nice.
Rian there, takes it away, and yeah, if it's not just the arrow, right? If you already have flicker burnt out, now it's that dash skill of yours. Once you use that jetpack, it's Vivil's turn, and Fumieko to hold you down for a Wrath of the Dryad combo. You got major AoE skills here with a flicker.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on this for now, as both sides are looking to go. Flicker is about to come back up for Vival as they proxy that bottom side and even force out the Salmon Force.
Lali.
Yeah, I just burst it straight out right now.
Wala
as
pa
Keishi jumps in
nakakukuha sa
onto
jungler
Vival.
ng ano,
That's gonna be the AoG to
turtle.
follow it up, but Vivil's gonna be able to escape right now as Mirai is caught with no AoG and pops in her Revitalize Vivian.
Uy.
Same predicament. It's both
Okay.
the roamers just falling here. Vival picks up the kill and onto the side. I believe it was Rian.
Papalitan lang.
This was an interesting sequence because both sides had two separate ideas. The arrow connects the Throne of Ruin.
That's what we're talking about. The flicker as well. Not even like close to. Wait a second. Bottom lane. Shell's gonna go for the Blazing West straight up onto Rihanna.
No.
Vival's waiting in the bush right now. Rihanna
Oh,
actually
nakita.
reading with the synchro vision.
Nakita.
Oh, crazy amounts of awareness now as Cine is able to
Sayang.
bait out Keishi from that spot, but she has to get away now. The falling star move for the chase as Fumi got away earlier.
Oh my goodness, when are we going to go back to neutral states? I don't think we're not even done.
We'll never do that. We'll never go back to neutral.
we're still in the scrimmage here. They are still fighting each other.
Whoa, FUMIECO wants to stick on Keishi with no Pinnacle Ninja.
Oh.
Okay, very bold, but now proxying the wave, knowing that Keishi is there.
God.
Hey, are they not doing anything about this? Okay, I
They
mean,
can't.
FUMIECO is just like, try me, fight me. Both of you at the same time if you have to, ideally.
You know what? I think I agree with LaFell, man. I think the Alice needs not just the skin, but needs like one of those MSC Farsa skins. Or sorry, was it Atlas? The Atlas skin that you need to roll for. It has to be exclusive.
It's got to be exclusive. Or maybe something even further. But that's only assuming that they win this entire tournament. Let's see, 30 seconds from now, Turtle is going to spawn, and I'm expecting Vitality, now that they've already, may even consider trying to go for a dive on towards bot side, but no. Purify is already up. Vivian still doesn't have her flicker up just yet. 22 more seconds.
Rian just jumped in with a Chrono Dash. I believe Mirai spotted Vivo in the bush. Maybe not.
No,
It's not in with the fracture as well,
boy.
Rian. Good reactions, just Chrono Dashes out of it. No battle spell baited just yet, and it's a fracture down for, I believe, 20 seconds.
Cool, calm, and collected. They understand, hey, maybe the first initial attack, I can't really dodge it, but that all, I gotta make sure I'm not getting hit by all 3 of those points. Now, however, that mid lane, you can see immediately, quick punish on towards Cine, keep her out of here. But that's the thing, right? I would have expected Beleric to show up in the mid lane more, just to be able to say, you know what? Concussive blast it, clear that wave, we get first move.
And look at how slow both of them are playing. This is what happens when you have 2 assassins, right? It's all about that bait and switch, but Vitality, they have a Selena together with a Nolan, which means they can blitz this Turtle. It's a Selena with a Season Hunter, and that means 3 neutral objectives to Vitality, but only 2 to Vivo. Wait, it's actually only 1, because I believe Cine got the last one, and Fumi got the first.
Yep, and now, working towards that bottom side, Mirai, they see what's going on here. Rian, she's already defended herself, and I've got to give it to Navi. Their defense has been impeccable. They've done their due diligence to keep Vitality in check.
Yep, we're gonna all in onto Vivian. The traction close as well, but Vivian just walks out of it. All right, back to the neutral game. Now it's so much slower. Both XPs have already gone for a cut. Seems like set up for a big fight down below.
And, I mean,
Sadya to
all because of these scrimmages. Oh wait, the trap, the combo, it's good, but it's not going to kill just yet. I don't think she has enough items to go for the full one-shot, but it will force a recall, which is kind of good. This would mean that, as you can see, Vivian instantly already trying to man-mark, looking for Keishi. Where are you? What's your status? And most importantly, where are you going to show up on the map?
They got that map pressure. Vidval goes in. First passive strike, that's the second there. That doesn't land on Ayanami.
Okay.
Yeah, Ayanami is just going to be able to tank this up all day. No chance for them to burst her down. Maybe if she waited for that Melfic roar first, she would deal 10 more damage.
Just a little bit more. I mean, let's pull up the item list to really see whether or not it would have been the difference maker. Because if there is a lot of armor, oh, actually,
right?
Honestly, that would have been it. That could have been it. But overall, it's still a dangerous game. Radiant armor already completed by FUMIECO. Every single person who has Radiant armor, it's going to be way harder to deal with.
That was crazy. Right there, an attempt. Vivian on it as well, trying to siege this tier 1 down as FUMIECO tries to cut under tier 2. Rain, big pickup, Sky Piercer. We have to look at this fight. If it's an explosive fight where Rain can thrive and get a few of those kills in, that's going to be big coming into the 10th minute of the game.
Well, talking about big, they're about to crack open mid-tier 1, which is so good for Vitality. People not too worried about not Ayanami, they're waiting really just to be able to reposition. As the rest of the team looking outside, they're trying to make this gang happen, and Cine in trouble.
Zaman Force already, Cine with the flicker out to the Unbreakable of Mirai. Zaman Force already baited out, but it's for the flicker. Now it's Vitality waiting for Vivo to get onto the purple buff first.
Hirap yung panghuli ng SS
Don't have a naturally pushing wave here, and I think Vitality recognizes this too. Purple buff just obtained by Vival. I don't know if this is the position they want to fight in yet, but at the same time, they can't afford Navi to actually hold on to first position.
Wave mid is shoved in though, and Vivian wants to take an aggressive route into this Lord Pit. They're going to try to get that advantage on the side lane as well. Sending FUMIECO to cut under tier 2 up top.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful macro coming up from the side of Vitality. The only way you're going to get Navi to forcefully move is if you start taking some prime positions. Yeah, sure, take the Lord, but if we're shoving out mid, what are you going to do? You can't afford to get flanked. And that's the Falling Star Moon, if I saw correctly.
It was onto Cine. The rest of the team now coming at Ayanami. Wave up top is going to take the tier 1 down. So Vitality, take any structures, just the macro control as Navi
na yung top lane.
have to just group up. This is the nature of their composition. It's built to team fight, and it is not good at splitting up to deal with these split waves.
Oh, it's looking really difficult. As soon as Keishi shows her face, I think that's when Vitality are going to start attempting the Lord. And then it's that consistent back and forth. And I think even for Rain, right, there's just no more camps to actually maintain those stacks overall to get the maximum range from her auto attacks. So at this point, Vitality have all the advantages and really maintains control and tempo over the game.
And Fumi is just going to stay up top. No Zaman Force means that Fumi Echo can stay here a bit longer. Goes for the cut again, this time with a bit of backup though. So Rian, she decides to walk up. It's going to be very scary. Vivo, what a bush to hold right here. Trying to go for that cut. Not on the minions though. On a player, Rian. She's selling it. Might just fall into it.
Patay ka dyan!
Boxer there, City.
Nalusong si Lude! Patay ka dyan! Hanzo? Hanzo? Ang hirap nung lineup nila.
They're dancing around now. Ayanami must peel, and Rain is telling them to stay back, demons. Go to the Lord where you belong, and Vitality is more than happy to oblige.
Impeccable macro from Vitality. They play up top, they push it in, they bait out these resources slowly but surely, and they build upon those small wins.
It's so good. And I love the fact that you don't even get to see this very often with some of the
Pinaisa lang yata ng Vitality.
Vitality is so good at pushing and pulling, but also taking advantage of the space. You plant people when you take the space.
It's just ridiculous how
Ayaw na
good
nila
they're
ng
able to execute this very difficult to execute composition in this arrow. Really lands.
We gotta breathe, we gotta breathe. And even a Zaman Force coming out from Rian here. I don't know if Navi is losing composure, but you can also tell that Vitality, they're not slowing down with a 6K lead.
Oh, God. I don't think they're going to lose on composure just yet. They have a very good composition to bring it to the late game, but they missed the arrow lands again, and the Wrath of the Giant is just barely missing out.
Nice!
Vivian with Blazing Duet, sorry, rather, escaping away. The Blazing Duet comes in from
Konat!
Ang
Konat! Walang ginagawa yung gatot kasi naman yung pick na yun. Oh, nice! Hanzo? Kaya mo yan?
But she ran out of time as Chell goes into mid, takes the base turret down, and it will be just one base turret with the First Lord.
Honestly, all things considered, pretty good from Vitality. They get an inhibitor, they put both of them really, really low. They got a kill onto Rian, which is even more impressive. And not to mention, all they had to sacrifice it was Vivo, who was already doing significantly better than Keishi all throughout this game.
I know that Chell was ahead, but I didn't know it was by that much. I know Vivo was ahead, but I didn't know it was by that much as well. It's a 2,000 gold lead for the jungle and gold, and that's why they were able to just pop Rian straight up on the Harith.
Well, let's also not forget about the supports here. We got to show some love over to Vivian. She's been playing a really strong game. I mean, so far, the fact that she already has like a 1.5K lead against another support is good enough because the stats that are coming out of her, it's just, what do? Half the time, Vivian can just stand in your face and absorb that damage for free, and it feels like you're hurting yourself more than anything else.
We still got a composition to play in the late game. They're going to be caught now. Pops in the rest of the try, finds everybody.
Kaya pumalag. Kaya naman.
From Navi.
Ayun lang, ang sakit. Ang sakit ng kulod, grabe.
Oh, damn. They got to be a little careful here. They can't just take the free shots coming in from Gel. That corrosive side will build up. And eventually, you won't be able to escape from this Claude. At this point in time, at least 30 seconds left on the clock before the next Lord actually spawns. And I would say that from Navi's POV, they're a little bit off from getting those full items. Do they notice, though?
Uh-oh, Cindy's gonna run. The arrow slows Keishi down enough, but look, yes, it's Vivo. Oh, maybe Vivo gonna be caught. Now Mirai goes in with the conceal. Too many dashes for the Nolan with the purple buff. She gets away. It was a risky move. She was waiting for the real body of Keishi to come back there.
Hey, let's not forget that even Navi had a sneaking suspicion of, hey, we don't see where this Nolan is. Yeah. Now we need to make sure we cover our backs.
Look at that burst.
My goodness.
It's all up to Keishi though.
Oh, whoa.
Ninja. She has an entry with the AOG as well. Vivil's
Ayun,
gonna have to
tumawa.
go for the steal right now. The 50-50
Naku,
goes to
wala
Vivo.
talaga.
Blazing duet in the winning crown already as Mariah's already used the AOG, and now it's a Throner Bruin, only locking down one. It's a blinking forward again as Vivo tries
Pangit
to stop
talaga yung
the
roamer na
side.
They're
gato.
trying to chase them all the way
Useless.
through. Ayanami falling star move. Vivo gets right past them, and we're finally done with the chase.
Oh.
One singular wall keeps them separated.
Oh,
Tinamaan ka ng
Arrow lands on
magaling.
terrain. There's no one there right now.
Nag-assist
Devon
na
Force
naman
is
si
already
Ate
baited out as
Magal.
the Lord spawns in mid. And Keishi's back up. She's gonna try to go for a
Grabe
little bit
may
more.
SS nung Harik. Gamit
She
na
just gets
gamit,
caught.
kaya
Ooh,
lang sobrang
almost a good
aga.
read on that body.
I don't know, because right now, if Vitality want to take advantage of the fact that Rian doesn't have that Salmon Force, they need to start pushing this wave right now. It's low, it has a low
Yup.
cooldown. It's going to come back in time. It looks like Vitality want this synchronized wave.
Yup.
Salmon Force
Yes,
already
ulit.
out.
Fantastic pull by Navi.
Mag-assist ulit
Onto
sa
the Lord,
walang
to the Lord,
kalaban.
but the Lord will already take down that base turret together with Vivo. Now as she goes
Cleaner
out,
kasi, hindi kayo marunong
tearing
eh.
through that health bar. It's the Abyssal Arrow again. That doesn't land. Vivo's way down. Throner lands on two right now. It's Shell found the blazing onto Ayanami.
Oh
And she's
my
gonna burst it out
God,
by
ay
Vivo.
lusang.
But the rest of the team now camping down
No.
onto City. Chell will be taken
Nice.
out by Keishi.
Shut down.
Rian's
You
moment.
learned.
She can turn this all around. They
Ta-
cleared
ta-
the
ta-
wave.
ta-
They
ta- 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 ta-
cleared
yung
the
ano, clear.
problems. And
Ah,
now
oh,
they
nice.
hold strong. A near
Nice.
clean wipeout.
Hinabol.
As Mirai just made sure, you know what? At least we know for a
Bakla.
fact that Fumieko,
Eh.
she's out of there.
3 base turrets, but Navi
Nice.
show more than
Nakapag-dikit.
signs of life. They got signs of winning this
Paano
thing
yun?
with a comeback.
Paano yun
It's the
nagawa
scaling
yun?
that we were talking about from the start, Gideon, that is now really showing. Rian's doing ridiculous damage. Rain as well,
Oh,
especially with
okay,
the
nice.
pistol. Oh, they're
Nice
bursting
one.
through Fumieko.
Oh.
Forcing the winner crowd.
Oh,
Mariah's right there. But
kaya?
Fumieko
Di
has
na.
to burn
Bak
the
na,
flick,
bak na.
which means she can't use it aggressively for the next 120 seconds.
Oh man, the Lord is
Nice.
going to spawn, and Fumieko is still not going to
Nice.
have her flicker
Ganda.
back up. Dom Eyes repurchased
Pumapalag
here.
pa.
What can you really do about this? They gotta breathe for a second, because as we see this game progress, I'm thinking of bad habits that they can exploit. And so far, I think that Vitality has really wrung out all the tricks in the book. I don't see any other mistakes being made by Navi, and their defense has been immaculate now that they've figured out the lines of attacks that we see consistently from Vitality.
Divine Glaive pickup for, I don't know if it was Rian or Rain, but I saw Divine Glaive. And either way, that'll really help this Harry Potter composition. The magic damage, it only is a problem in the early parts and when your opponents snowball. Once you get into those crucial penetration items, don't matter how many defenses you got. Radiant plus Athena, they'll shred through it all.
Yep, they just gotta make sure that they can survive. Biggest damage so far, and not to mention that at least a quarter of it is going to be true damage on top of it all, thanks to that Starlium Scythe. It's going to be difficult to play, but at the same time, it's really risky to open up the map, unfortunately, for Navi. They kind of have to wait for Vitality to make that first move, but if they don't probe, nothing happens anyways, and they lose free objectives.
Vitality still have the advantage though because of that base turret down below, right? It's going to be auto slow pushing, which means they can continuously just reset the Lord and play it slow. The mid wave as well is going to be crashing down, and they find the Abyssal Arrow on Mirai. Fumieko doing a good job zoning. Now
Kaya
Keishi
ano
pops in Pinnacle Ninjas.
Nako.
Fumieko's going to be caught, but has the blink
Nagpakita
away
na.
from the
Wala
untargetable.
na.
But look at Vival.
Already
Oh.
hiding back in the
Oh.
spot. I'm
Oh.
pretty sure they
Oh.
saw at least the dash, and yes, they check it out,
Naku
but the winter
po.
ground's already used, and they're going
Nagpulo.
further.
Naku po,
They split
nalito
them
na
up,
sila.
and now Mirai with no AOG is
Oh
going to be
my
caught, but still.
God.
Oh, with the fracture! They
Oh
deal with
my
immortality.
God,
Fumieko in the midst of it
Kaya?
all now
Kaya yan?
has the Throne of Ruin, pops in with a
Yun
crowd.
lang,
Keishi has to go
mangyayari
away,
ka.
but Vival's going to be going in for the chase.
Wala na, tapos
Finds
na.
an Abyssal Arrow, lands it
Ang
on
hirap.
Rain. Vival's right there to capitalize.
The base is exposed, and not Ayanami cannot deal with this. They gotta have to
Bakulo.
leave Kenshi by himself. Start proxying that mid wave. Kenshi, can they do it?
Tapos,
Keishi's going to try to clear out these waves. There's just too many
Tapos.
members on her. She gets the unstoppable, but
Tapos.
she's returned to
Oh
her
my
body.
God.
And we are
Oh
at
my
1-1
God.
in this best of 7
Ah.
finals.
You wanted to see one.